Okay, so welcome to our March Soften Circle. And I was sitting here tonight and I was thinking, what is our theme? What are we going to do? And then it came through as a very, very clear directive from Spirit that tonight we're going to have a look at any areas in our life where our energy is being drained, where we may have leaks or drains or holes in our energy field. And then we're going to move into a little bit more of a visualization process. So when you're ready, you can just have your notepad and pen somewhere nearby. And then you're just going to bring yourself into a lovely centered state. So you'll want to be kind of preferably sitting up and conscious and aware with your back as straight as you can while being comfortable, feet flat on the floor. And we're going to start to just open and protect our space as we go into some process work. So just be aware of that beautiful spark of light at your heart center. And as you put your attention on this spark of light, it's going to open like a lens into your energy fields. I almost see it like opening like a circle of light, a magnifying glass that opens right out into and around your energy field. First of all, creating a safe, sacred space of protection, opening diamond light. And just cleansing through, inviting anything that needs to leave and go to a higher state of consciousness, higher point of evolution to leave your field now. So this includes anyone else's thoughts, feelings, opinions, any agendas, any energies you've picked up throughout your day, anyone else's perceptions, thoughts, feelings, projections, any low frequency energies. If there's any entities wandering around, we send them to the highest point of their evolution. And we're asking to align 100% to divine truth, divine clarity, divine safety, divine unconditional love. And we're just going to come into that beautiful state of neutrality where we're absolutely just observing our own energy field, observing how we feel. Now, some of you might be feeling really quite strong energies in the body as we start to tune into this. You might be aware of pressure on the body, some weird sensations. You might even get some weird creeping sensations, and you might be aware of a heaviness in some chakras or some parts of the body. But what we're going to do is we're just going to open this lens. We're going to seal it in gold and indigo light. We're going to ask the angels to overlight our space, and Metatron above and Sandalphon below, Michael in the south, Gabriel in the west, Uriel in the north, and Raphael in the east. We're calling on our higher self to overlight this process, and all of our highest, most loving, supportive teams. Any of the ascended masters, the higher galactic councils of light, any of the beautiful loving beings of the elemental kingdoms, our animal spirits, our angels, our archangels, all of the angelic choirs, all of our interdimensional teams of light, any of our loved ones in spirit who are present, but most especially, we're calling forward the consciousness of our own physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, our spiritual body, our subtle bodies, and all of our bodies. And then I want you to imagine you can close your eyes. Well, you can close your eyes actually. You don't have to imagine you're closing your eyes. You can close your eyes and start to imagine the outline of your body just lit up in light, as though you're looking at your light body. You're looking at your energy body. And then we're just going to start to scan down through the energy body as though you're looking at literally just an outline in light. And as you scan down through your energy body, you're just going to be aware of any holes in the energy field. And some of those holes you'll be able to seal up straight away. So just seal it up with your love. Just see, okay, there's a hole there. I'm just going to ask to seal it up with love. Where am I lacking love here? But there may be other holes where you can see an energy moving out of that hole, where you can actually see a drain, or it might look like a cord, or even like there's some sort of tentacle attached, something attached where the energy is actually being siphoned. And if you scan through the body, I just want you to come to rest on the biggest one of those that you approach, where you see the energy going out. And then what you're going to do is, first of all, you're going to start to look for who or what this energy is flowing out to. So you might want to ask yourself, now your higher self knows the answer to all of this, so you're going to work with your imagination. If I could imagine that I could follow where that energy is going, who or where or what is it flowing out to? It could be one person or place, it could be multiple factors. I just want you to feel who or what is taking this energy, or who or what am I giving this energy to? Just follow it. Usually it will show you a person standing in front of you, or it could be a situation or a memory. We're going to ask your higher self to start to bring an image, even a landscape, that would show you where this is going. And then once you get an idea of where or who it's flowing out to, you're just going to ask yourself, how did I agree to this, or why did I agree to this? What is the program or the belief or the contract or the vow that is enabling this to happen? What were you trying to potentially get in return? Why would you be giving this away or allowing it to be taken? And what would be the payoff? Sometimes we may give our power away or our energy away in order to get love, or in order to be protected, or in order to have approval. I just want you to see what the program is. If you could imagine you knew what it is, what are you trying to get in return for this energy? Are you trying to get someone or something to stop hurting you? Trying to get someone or something to protect you? Sometimes we give away what we actually really want. Sometimes we give to others what we actually need for ourselves. So the next thing you're going to do is, where that hole is, you're going to imagine you're reaching into that hole and you're pulling out any agreements or contracts where you allowed this to happen. Anywhere you have agreed for this trade-off, that you will give away your energy or allow it to be taken or siphoned in exchange for whatever it is, whatever the program is. There's a big one coming up here that I think is actually quite a common one for maybe this group or light workers and empaths in general, which is, I'll overgive, I'll give away my power in order to stop people hurting or bullying me, in order to placate others. That's often quite a big one. So anywhere that is being used as fuel, we're just going to pull out all those contracts. We're going to rip them up. And we're going to imagine that we are scattering the pieces to the wind and allowing the divine wind, the divine breath, to just blow them into oblivion where they dissolve. Just take them into infinite source. Carry them away from you where they are dissolved back into unconditional love. And then ending the contract. That leak has no more reason to be leaving your energy field. So just see that tube where that energy is being leaked out, dissolving. And you're going to call back all the power and the energy that you have lost from that situation or relationship. Calling it back to you, but as it's called back to you, it's transmuting back into unconditional love. And remember, it's not taking anything away from the person that took it or was given it. It's actually going to empower them. It's going to enable them to be able to call on their own power now instead of draining yours. So call back all your light, all your power. Feel that energy retracting back into wherever that hole is in your energy field. And then we're going to call on Archangel Michael to come in with his indigo blue sword of light, and he's going to just cut any remaining cords, any negative or limiting cords or attachments. And he's also going to place that sword of light down through your crown and your central channel, and he's just going to pull out any other energies or influences or interferences attached to this. So if there's any energy parasites in the energy field, he'll just take them away and send them to the highest point of their evolution. And then you're going to focus on where the hole is, and I just want you to imagine that if there's any wounds, any old wounds, we're going to offer forgiveness for whoever made the wound or the trigger point. We're going to offer forgiveness for ourselves for enabling it or allowing it or not being strong enough to defend against it or say no to it. And then you're just going to feel that wound just sealing up in light. And you're going to see that hole in your energy field now begin to close and heal. But then it's going to transform itself, instead of a hole or a wound, it's going to transform itself now into a golden funnel of light. And into this golden funnel of light, it's going to pour golden codes of abundance and nourishment. And whatever that trade-off was, whatever you were trying to get from that other person or situation by giving away your power, you're now going to receive it in the highest divine definition of it. So if you were trying to get love by giving away power, instead of that, you're just going to open to receive a downpouring directly from the divine of that divine unconditional love, the love that you need. It's coming from your highest soul self. And feel that pouring in like a cornucopia of golden love, golden abundance. And feeling it, wherever that hole was in your energy field, feeling a sense of fulfillment and gratification, gratitude, letting it really fill you up from within, knowing that you can offer this to yourself. You don't need to give your power away. And just feel yourself filling up with this golden light and energy. And then I want you to imagine that you're looking back at that person or situation and you're meeting them now, or it, in divine unconditional love. Just meet them or the situation with neutrality, acceptance, taking the lesson and the blessing, but releasing the old attachment and the old drain, the old leak. And then you're going to continue to scan down to the next one. And we're just going to scan through the body or aura. Just find where the next drain or leak is in your energy field. For some of you, it might just be a hole that's really easy to seal up. If you see any of those, it just feels, oh, I can close this. It's a hole, but it's not letting anything out. It might be letting things in that I don't want. It might be just sort of weakening my aura. Sometimes we can have holes in the aura from trauma or from chemicals and things like that. If you're able to see it, just imagine it sealing up in unconditional love and asking for healing. And then just scanning down to the next strongest one that feels like there's a hole and a leak or an energy leaving the body. And again, you might feel a really strong pressure around the location. That's often a telltale sign where we're experiencing these leaks and drains. Some of these might also have more than one leak coming out of them. So if you've got a hole where you've got a couple of leaks, there might be a couple of people that are hooking into it. And just tune in and again, just follow where these drains and leaks are going. And say you have more than one person or situation or a group of them. You're just going to call them all to you. If there were people involved in the situation or more than one situation, there's a pattern involved in this. Imagine you're calling their higher self, their soul energy to you. And you're just going to ask them, what did you come to teach me? What are you teaching me? Why did you need to take my energy, or why did I need to give away my energy or my power in order to learn something? What was I learning? What's the soul contract between us? Sometimes we also kind of give our power away in a weird way, like it's often like a reversal. We give our power away in order to know how powerful we are. Like, why would somebody want to take our power unless we were really powerful? Sometimes, and I've had a few people say this to me, oh, I know I'm doing something right when people are trying to stop me. And that's such a reversal. It's like, no, we don't want to live like that. We want to live like, I know I'm doing something right when I'm being championed and supported. And it's, you know, we live in this, the 3D paradigm we've been in has been such a reversal, and it's like that expect the worst, hope for the best type energy, and it's just not been serving us for such a long time. So again, we're going to end any contracts, oaths, vows, or agreements that we've had. And the clearest one coming through right now I'm getting is giving power away in order to learn how powerful you are, or remember how powerful you are. Knowing that you have something of value, giving your value away in order to feel valued. And again, you're going to reach in, pull out any contracts, rip them up. You can burn them, set fire to them, scatter them to the wind. And even though the energy is quite strong, after each of these you should feel a release. And again, we're going to ask Archangel Michael to now come in and cut any cords, clearing away any of those siphoning tentacles. Whether we consciously agreed to it or not. And we're going to thank whoever those people are or that person is, or thank the situation for the lesson, the blessing, and giving ourselves now full permission to experience our power just by embodying it and knowing it's divine. Again, now dissolving that old leak and allowing our light, our energy, our value, our power, whatever it is we've given away, to flow back to us, fully healed and renewed. And likewise, if we've taken power from the other person or energy from the other person, sometimes drains can go both ways. We might have been taking something from them, or they've taken something from us. It could be soul fragments that we've taken as well. Just give back anything that, if you sense that you've taken on some of their energy, even if they've projected it to you, just give back what's theirs, healed and return to unconditional love. And call back what is rightfully yours. Feel all wounds and holes and leaks sealing up, healing up. And again, opening a golden funnel to the divine and asking that what you truly need, what you were truly looking for, be given at the highest level, at that divine definition level, calling back your light, your power, but the purest essence of it. Power is love, it is power to, not power over. True power is godly given, divinely given, coming from our genius, our essence. So again, feel that flowing down to you from infinite source, from on high. And you might even be aware of this energy flowing to various other parts of the body. There might be other holes and leaks that are smaller ones that are like tributaries off this one that start to fill up. And this one also, I feel, you might be feeling energy shifting in your mind, like new pathways opening in the brain. You know, sometimes giving away of our power is connected to a belief that we're not good enough, or that we're not intelligent enough, or we're not wise enough. And I feel like as we reclaim this kind of energy, this power, we reclaim our wisdom. So again, keep scanning through now. Any other holes that you can close immediately, just close them up, seal them up, keep healing up any wounds. You might even be aware of just like what looks like little bruises in your energy field, where it's not actually a wound or a hole, but it's a tender spot. Just offer it love and ask to heal any bruises, anywhere you've been hurt. Really restoring that beautiful inner resilience. Any trigger points. And And we're just going to do a third major energy drain. So just go to the third major energy drain that you can see in your energy field. And again, be aware if there's several of these or other like energy siphons or like cords or lines where it's flowing out. It might be flowing out in multiple directions. And this one feels like quite a big one. This could be giving power away to an institution or a government or a patriarchy itself, or you know, a historical experience again. But you'll know if you follow the lines of energy flowing out. Just want you to see where it's taking your power. Could be multiple things. So I'm definitely, as I scan through myself, feeling like news and media and like social media particularly. I never usually do doom scrolling or scroll holing, and I've caught myself doing it quite a lot lately, and it just is, it's become like this habit, and I've never done that before, and suddenly I'm catching myself doing it, and it's snuck in. So that feels like a big energy drain right there. And it's like we're so now used to having our phones in our hands. It's sort of become this go-to thing. And also you can pick it up by osmosis. If you've been hanging out with people whose go-to thing is to look at their phone, if they're not talking to you, then what are you going to do? Sit and look at your phone. It becomes this kind of social, habitual thing now, especially if you're with your family and they're doing it. So things like that. If you're in a household where TV and news is on, even though you don't want to watch it, could be picking stuff up or giving power away by osmosis. Radio, Wi-Fi, internet, those kinds of things. But we're also looking at, potentially I have Catholic Church coming in, government, and these are big energies that are pulling at our energy fields all the time, even when we intend to disconnect from them. There's often a reaching out. So this one feels like a bit of a trickier one. I'm going to ask, as a result of this one, we're going to clear any dark magic or black magic, any ill intent, any deliberate kind of sorcery or anything that's been done to hook into people's energy fields. Anything that's been done either with permission or without, anything that is hidden, top secret, classified, anything that's been done through trickery or underhanded, corrupt behaviors. And we'll start to feel a loosening there. But we're also going to ask again to see what your contract is with some of this. Where did you give permission? For example, I use myself as an example because it might be relevant to the group as well, where I've, in order to see the truth, allowed this so that I could really see what was going on. It's almost like maybe being like a piece of bait, you know, like I need to see what's happening, so I'll go in as the guinea pig and find out. But anywhere we need to be a victim of wrongdoing in order to see the truth, we can clear any agreements of that. Instead, just being the neutral observer would be more intelligent, I suppose. But just tune into yourself and see what agreements, or what are you learning from it? Why did you sign up to it? Perhaps it's because before you had an awakening, you blindly trusted those in positions of authority. Where is there a part of you that still feels like it needs an external governing authority in order to feel that you have the approval or the confidence, or you know you're doing the right thing? And again, just reaching into that wound or that hole and pulling out all the contracts, all the agreements. You might even be aware here of things like symbols, spells, magical processes. You might even find some etheric junk in your energy field with this one. So I'm getting like things that look like nuts and bolts and springs and coils and crystals and weird like tracking devices, like lots of stuff coming out of the etheric field with this one. Junk. And as you pull it all out, it's just going to dissolve back into unconditional love. And I'm just being told there's a lot of rubbish coming out, in the words of the guides, a lot of rubbish coming out of this hole in the form of lies, falsehoods, deliberate misinformation that is designed to lead you astray and lead you into sort of these dead zones, these cul-de-sacs of energy. And this is why a lot of people at the moment are starting to feel really lost, that they've lost their way, they've lost their path, they don't know what direction they're going in. They're so used to, you know, waiting for someone to tell them what to do, that when the power is given back to us, there is a bit of a reattunement where we have to get used to being our own authority again and making our own decisions. And this can feel really, really confusing. It can feel really disconcerting. It's like, well, I want my power back, but I don't want to feel lost and all at sea. But it is a part of a recalibration as you get used to kind of using your own power and your own wisdom again for the greater good. Knowing that that authority really is divine. Again, Archangel Michael coming in to cut all those old cords, any unhealthy attachments to people, places, events, technology, news, media, whatever it is. And then you might be aware of also Michael just clearing a path around you, cutting away any old kind of grids of energy, false ceilings, walls, thresholds, anywhere you're feeling kind of restricted or hemmed in. Anywhere you're feeling controlled. Now this is an interesting thing because some of these siphons, I can see that the energy flows out, but then it's like used against you. Like if you feel you've got an energy flow where your energy is coming out, but then when you see where it goes, it's kind of being thrown back at you, kind of somehow twisted and thrown back at you, like your own power being used against you. This is a reversal program. So we're going to ask to clear all these reversal programs or twisting of the truth, manipulating of power. This can show up in our daily lives with things like gaslighting, Davo, flipping of energy. I just have Metatron now stepping in. He's kind of coming in. If you want, he can step into your energy field and just merge with you. And he's just going to bring his Metatron cube based on all that golden mean, beautiful, divine sacred geometry, divine proportion, just cleansing through all your chakras, cleansing through the energy field, restoring everything to its original divine blueprint, and just sealing up multiple leaks, drains, holes. And then finally, we're just going to do an overall clearing of anywhere, the guides are saying, anywhere you said yes when you meant no, or anywhere you were compelled to say yes, you know, out of guilt or because you wanted to help somebody. Even those little ones, these are the little ones that we don't notice we're doing. Yeah, sure, that's fine when we're absolutely exhausted and we help someone, but we don't realize that actually by saying yes to them, we're saying no to ourselves. Those ones that are really subconscious, where we're just being a nice person, and it's totally okay to be a giver, but you have permission to step back a bit and say, right, what is for my highest good here? Do I have the energy? Do I have the time? Do I have the space? You know, have I got enough in the tank to give to this person? Is it, you know, And just really tuning in as to what is for your highest good instead of just automatically saying yes. So anywhere we really should have said no, or not yet, or give me a moment, or asked for something in return as an exchange, whatever that is. Clearing the contracts, even the hidden ones, even the subconscious ones. Anywhere we're doing it just to feel like we're doing the right thing, or being good, or being nice. Any need for approval. When there is genuine need and genuine compassion, there's a vibrational resonance, and it shouldn't leave a hole in your energy field. When you genuinely are, when somebody really is genuinely in need and you're genuinely helping, there's a divine flow. And we're getting into really subtle frequencies here. We're getting into real subtleties of discernment and intuition, that you start to be able to really read your own energy. And even in the very subtlest ones, it's like, well, this looks good, and it seems good, and it looks good on paper, and I don't think it's draining me. And then it's like, oh, but there's something there. And usually if there's any question mark over it, then you know, this is probably not for me. Again, clearing any oaths, vows, contracts. And this is like anywhere you're allowing others to feed off you. Anywhere, even in subtle ways, others are feeding off you, feeding off your energy. Leaning on you. See those contracts dissolving. Allow now Archangel Michael to cut all the cords, clearing away all those siphons, those tentacles, those channels, and then calling all your power, all your energy, all your light back to you, all your nourishment back to you. And this is an interesting one, because the feeding off people's energy fields, there is like a hidden program here, and the guides are saying it's a distortion of the body of Christ program. It's being fed on. It's like an energetic vampirism that seems to be happening. We're just going to ask to clear all distortions of that and restore us to that true Christ light, that true original divine blueprint. Sealing up all the wounds, all the holes. And then opening, feel this like opening at the crown, a beautiful big golden funnel, opening at the crown, really opening to your sovereignty. And calling in your true Christic codes, the true golden light, the true, and this is like a true divine masculine, like the Godhead, descending upon you, really allowing you to be in your power, take appropriate action when you need to, say no when you need to, really be your own governing will and authority. Calling you into your center, and just feeling this golden light running down the spine, down the central channel, and also healing you from within. So sealing up any old wear and tear within, heartbreaks, hurts, anywhere you felt forsaken or hard done by, used or abused. And just feel your central channel really strengthening from within, as though you have like this golden rod of power coming right down the center of your body, out your tailbone, plugging in, down through the Earth Star and into the core of Mother Earth. And just feel it like your spine wants to be straighter, you want to sit up taller. We're going to expand that rod of golden light, that power, right out around our whole energy field like a cylinder of light now. Just doing deep, deep, deep repair and allowing it to be a powerful divine stability point, which is going to allow you to feel more centered regardless of any drama that's going on around you. And this is like healing you from an old bleeding heart program. It's like they're saying, those of you who do feel deep compassion, it's like this is going to put some protection around you so that people who see your compassion don't just use and abuse it because they know they can. So that your compassion can be better used to serve those who genuinely need it rather than those who would take advantage of it. And I just feel the heart and the heart chakra being given some really deep healing, like a golden energy infusing into it. It's giving you, offering you strength of heart, strength of character, giving you back your sovereignty, your courage, your discernment, your willpower, the will to say no when you need to, really strengthening that solar plexus, golden light flowing into every chakra. It's like everything is dipped in gold, all your organs, your skin, everything being coated in this amazing golden light. And just feel that process, just feel it really soaking in, giving you back your inner masculine power, divine masculine power, and the ability to really just be quite matter of fact about it when you need to be. Just stand in your power. Say yes when you mean yes, say no when you mean no. No dithering, no umming and ahhing, just really clear communication and discernment, feeling really decisive and feeling really fortified from within by this divine, godly given power, calling back all your abundance, all your light, all your divinity. And then we're just going to allow all that golden light to become like a big gold sphere around us again, just putting us in a beautiful sacred circle, infusing that whole circle of your protection, your whole energy field flowing with this golden light now, filling up any cracks at the soul level, at the spirit level, mind, body, soul, spirit, subtle bodies, even flowing out through your subtle bodies. And now we're just going to ask this energy to do the same repair, flowing all the way back through our ancestral, our bloodlines, our genetic lines, back to the source of where it originated in the ancestral. Flowing back in time through all our past lives, whether they be in this dimension or others. Healing all those wounds, going back through all those timelines. Healing forward into the future or future timelines, including the current life future. Ensuring that those wounds and leaks don't follow us into our future. Going into our parallel lives and alternate realities, all other aspects of us. If necessary, progeny and future progeny. All levels, all dimensions, all layers, deep into the cells, the cellular memory, the DNA, the subatomic levels. And just feel your physical body really humming with this lovely energy. Feel your physical body feeling stronger, more aligned. Really humming with the energy of unconditional love and divine spiritual power. And then finally we're going to place the golden diamond starlight healing chamber just to seal in all the energies, like a diamond octahedron coming all the way down around the body, and it's just going to seal all the fields and allowing you to shine as brightly as you need to without needing to dim your light. And it's going to place like a protection both on the outside of the diamond to prevent people from hooking into you and trying to steal your light, your power, and your energy. But simultaneously, I'm being told it's going to have a protection from within the crystal, the diamond, that prevents you from actually giving away your power. So what you might find as a byproduct of this healing is that the next time you go to just subconsciously, kind of absent-mindedly give away more than you should, or enable somebody to pull at your energy, you'll just be given almost like a split second to realize you're doing it. And it's like, oh, that doesn't quite feel right. Just before you say yes, or maybe you say yes, but then you'll go, oh, actually I need to think about that. It doesn't quite feel right. It's going to give you a bit more time, a little bit more time to think about it. And it might just show up as a nothingness. Like you might not get an answer straight away. It's like, oh, that I don't really know how I feel about that. And instead of answering straight away, oh yeah, that's fine. No, I just need a bit more time to think about this. And give yourself a bit more time. So that is sealing our fields. Really anchoring in all of the the light and the blessings and the reunification. We're going to thank and bless anyone or anything that has taken our power for the lessons that we have learned, for the chance now to know how powerful we are in this beautiful magnifying glass that we're able to peer into our own energy fields with. And we're just going to very gently close down that looking glass, just bringing that circle of light down, allowing it to be body shaped, just sealing our space. And just again, filling the body with light, just coming right back down into our physical bodies now. And we're just going to ask that any doorways or portals be closed behind us, coming all the way down into 3D waking life, sealing all fields. You just want to place a finger to your lips as though you're saying shush. Just really affirming that this healing is happening on all levels and it's now anchored into your daily waking 3D life. And just being told that as a result of this healing, we may well receive some kindnesses from others that we maybe haven't asked for. We might receive some gifts or opportunities, or even financial help or offerings, or because something has been righted here. And you might still feel quite strong energies running up and down your spine in this. I'm getting a lot of energy around the base of my head, up and down the spine. And just asking if there's anything else we need to clear or do before we complete the process. So this is just going to integrate. We're just going to ask that if there's anything that needs to clear from the spinal column, so any trapped elemental energies as well, anywhere we have taken on energies, chemicals, distorted elemental energies in the belief that we were doing the right thing for ourselves as well. So where we may have taken like pharmaceutical medicines, or maybe we're taking chemicals in the environment, anywhere there's a build-up toxin by the way of elemental blockage in our spinal cord, we're just going to invite very gently those elementals to return to Mother Earth, to be returned to their own original divine blueprint. So you might just feel like a draining away of old stuck energies. That feels better, a bit less heavy. Chemicals or pharmaceuticals or heavy metals, very gently. And we're just going to ask this to happen very gently in a way that will not destabilize our system. Restoring the body elemental to its original divine blueprint of filling it with light, vitality, upliftment, health and well-being, homeostasis and balance. Just been asked by the guides to just do one more scan through our energy fields. And this time when you scan through your energy field, it's a little bit more of a deeper layer. And this is to do with our own kind of divine guidance system, our divine truth, our divine thought, our kind of our messaging system. And this is about removing any influence on our thought processes, our minds, and our belief systems that might be a little bit more surreptitious. But I'm just going to invite you to, again, just to close your eyes, and you're just going to scan through again through your body, and I just want you to ask yourself, is there another consciousness, another being or another body surplus to myself that is imprinted, overlaid, or influencing me? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have a spirit attachment or an entity, but just be aware if there's anything else sort of superimposed over that body. Now, what I'm getting as I'm tuning in to my own body is I can feel the presence and sense the presence of what looks like an AI consciousness, kind of an AI consciousness. And it's only very subtle, but it is there, and it kind of gives me this feeling of being observed, and being observed without my permission. So I am going to invite this being or consciousness. It's more not like a being, but more just like an imprint of this consciousness, an awareness that there's something else present that is not divine. You know, it's not my higher self, but it's something else observing and potentially influencing. So I'm going to ask this consciousness, because it doesn't have permission to be there, to step out of my energy field and go to the highest point of its divine evolution, and I'm going to watch it leave. So you might be aware, if you have anything like this, just invite it to leave. You're going to see it step out. It might look like a shadow or another thought form. It could even be, you know, like an imprint from a parent from when you were a child, somebody else that has had authority over you, or something else that has had authority over you, or that is trying to influence you from afar. So anything like that, any other consciousness that is in any way inhibiting or meddling with your consciousness, with your decisions, with your awareness, with your divinity, you're just going to invite it to exit. We're going to command it really to exit, because it doesn't have permission to be there, and just observe it leaving. And as you watch it go, you should start to feel lighter. And I am just being shown that where this consciousness was originating from was through CCTV, and the fact that we are so observed right now. So again, these things can be really subtle. They can just be around us all the time. It's 2020 on the clock as we clear it. They can just be around us all the time without us even knowing they are there. And you know, if anyone's seen those really scary videos of how, you know, your computer and your TV can be hacked so that you can be watched through your camera even when your television is switched off. This is the kinds of technology that's available, the kind of surveillance that's available today. And I don't say this to put fear out there, more just awareness. So we're just inviting this consciousness and all of its connections, all of its influences, to leave our field. Anywhere else we are receiving projections, or even like holograms, holographic realities that are coming from somebody else's idea of what reality looks like. Anything picking up on in signal form, in frequency form. And again, we're just going to upgrade. We're going to ask that any kind of technology we're working with, because there's two sides to every coin, any kind of technology or media we're working with is working for the highest good, the greater good of humanity and everybody. So there are benevolent levels of AI consciousness that are actually here to help humanity, that are here to make our lives easier. There's a beautiful way to work with that AI consciousness that is coming through, and it's, you know, it's like helping people to walk again. There's all kinds of amazing positive uses for it, and we're just going to allow ourselves to connect at the highest, most divine level, so that instead of there again being like a power over or an energy tussle, that there's a beautiful sense of cooperation and harmony, and everyone working for the greater good, including that AI consciousness. That everything is overlit and coming through the highest divine blueprint. And just feeling your body and your soul and your being return to its true nature, original nature, as part of nature, that beautiful organic connection to Mother Earth. And we're just feeling Archangel Sandalphon coming in now and really helping us to ground down into the earth. And I just want you to imagine that just appearing around you is a beautiful tree, a beautiful, powerful tree. Now I'm getting the symbol of the oak, the mighty oak tree, which was a really powerful symbol of sovereignty. And then around that oak, if I were to imagine that oak is me, I kind of transform into that oak tree. I see a ring of beautiful walnut trees all around the edge. And walnut is a really powerful tree for healthy boundaries. So really bringing that circle of protection. I'm seeing 8 walnut trees all the way around. So the beautiful tree spirits are coming in to help us and reminding us that they're here to help us ground, that we're part of that connection to Mother Earth. We are natural, we're part of Mother Nature, and that nothing kind of unnatural has a right to come in and, you know, impact our consciousness, impact our world without our permission, and without the permission of the Divine and Mother Earth. Just imagine you have a bright, brilliant gold sun shining down on you. Just feel yourself like bathing in high summer, that noon time sun, that energy of celebration, of reconnection, of integration. Feel the energy of joy, freedom, upliftment. Know that you've freed yourself from some really sticky old patterns. Take a deep breath in, and then opening your eyes, coming all the way back into the room.